I'm not going to pretend like I know this firsthand, but this Audrey James character, porn star, A-OK. She's thumbs up. So I didn't know she was political though. So Audrey James is calling upon Target and Whole Foods to take the 15% pledge. And here's another racist grift. Power plays, power struggles, like I've said in my other videos, it's just not going to stop. And companies keep giving in. Who's going to say no? In an effort to make a long-term impact in helping the future of black business founders, Audrey James, the creative director, yada yada yada, issued a powerful call to consumers and big retailers to commit 15% of spending and dedicated shelf space to black-owned businesses. We're not talking about earning it. We're not talking about quality. All you have to do is be black. Will they cave? My guess is most of them will cave. We'll see how consumers react to the product, but if you put this black stuff on your shelves and the consumers don't buy it, then what happens if they start to pull it off the shelves and it dips to 14%? 13, 12%? What if Target's shelves only had 12% black-owned business products on there? Boycott Target, get it back to 15. I'm asking, she's not really asking, she's demanding and trying to pressure these companies by twisting their arm, you to commit to buying 15% of your products from black-owned businesses. So many of your businesses are built on black spending power. Maybe that's true. For some businesses probably, for some probably not. So many of your stores are set up in black communities. Are they? What's that have to do with anything? Businesses can set up anywhere they want. So many of your posts are seen on black feeds. This is the least you can do for us. See, do this for us. Give us something we haven't earned. We represent 15% of the population, and we need to represent 15% of your shelf space. Asians, Latinos, gays, straights, Christians, Muslims, you got to get out here with your own hashtag, whatever percentage your ethnic group, your religion, your gender, whatever your gender is. Trans folk, got to get out there. You've got to get out with your own hashtag, everybody. I thought Latinos were roughly about the same. I haven't looked in a while. I thought they were roughly about the same percentage as blacks, so maybe they need to come out with their own 15% movement. The designer explained on Instagram. Okay, so it says here, Net-a-Porter, never heard of it. Shop Bop, never heard of it. Walmart and Saks Fifth Avenue are just some of the retailers James is calling upon. For now. She'll hit every single one of them. If the dominoes start falling and large corporations start caving, she'll hit them all. They'll pressure them all. And the pressure is, if you don't, then you know what's going to happen. We're going to boycott you. We're going to not hold people back from looting. We're going to create all these campaigns saying how horrible and racist you are. We're going to go on to your customer service site with claims of racism. Anything we can do digitally, terroristically, to try to take over and get that 15%. And it's like I would say with any power grab, any group that just represents a single ideology, color, race, religion, however you want to put it, it doesn't stop. It's 15% now, and if they get to 15%, and even if the products don't perform well, they'll say, oh, well, you see, that wasn't so bad. 15% of your products on the shelf are black owned. Maybe they succeed, maybe they don't. But let's go to 30. Why stop here? Oppression, slavery, you owe us 1619, 1776, 1865. You owe us. You owe us who are living now for a bunch of things that happened in the past. And if you don't, we're going to shame you on social media. Interesting how bullies are and how they use social media to bully companies into doing things that may be economically not feasible or not profitable. You can look at it on the flip side though as well and say, hey, maybe this is an opportunity for people to get exposure. But the problem I have with this is just the bullying tactics, because you know how the game is played. You know what they're going to do if these companies don't cave. Claims of racism, like I said, boycott the businesses, make threats of violence, etc., etc. If they keep getting away with it, and if you individuals out there don't agree with this kind of stuff about racial quotas, if you don't agree with it and you continue to support the businesses that do this kind of stuff, that cave, I guess we're all part of the problem, right? Say Walmart does and we keep shopping at Walmart, we're part of the problem. While Sephora became the first retailer to sign the 15% pledge, followed by Rent the Runway, two places I'll never shop at. Obviously, the public is still waiting for Target and Whole Foods to step up. After over a week of radio silence, are we really waiting? Not really. I just go on about my life. I don't know about you. In contrast to what I said before, though, if you support the business and you support this, then support it. Get out there. That's what I say. You get what you deserve, and that's letting your money do the talking. If you don't support this stuff, don't support Sephora. Don't support whatever Rent the Runway is. If you do support this and you feel like Target and Whole Foods are not stepping up, then don't go shop there. Period. But again, like I said, I just have a problem with bullying, and that's how they do it. That's how these activists are. This pretty much tells me all I need to know about this individual here. If you look at this part of the tweet, hashtag buy black to close the racial wealth gap, create new jobs, and strengthen the local economy. But we can't do this alone. We need big companies to do the same. Tag a company that needs to take the 15% pledge. We'll kick things off, blah, 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 blah. And there you go. She's got her Black Lives Matter. Support black business, shop black. Again, black nationalist types like this, any individual who's out there only supporting one color of people, I'll never rock with them. I'll never support them. Never. That being said, I was thinking something funny. There was a barbecue sauce, and I never thought about this until I went to the store just today, because this was on my mind. I had read this a little bit earlier. And I know it's a black guy that's on the bottle, but I never think about it because I just know that the sauce tastes good. And I never even thought about what it is. I just go buy it because I know the label. It's already ingrained in my mind. I don't even think about the name. You ever have that? Like you just kind of reach for a product and you just buy it, not even looking at the label because you've bought it in the past. So I made a note. I didn't need barbecue sauce this time, but I made a note to myself and I was like, God, I got to look at that barbecue sauce so I can recall the name. Bad, right? I don't even know the name. It's not a big name brand like A1 or who else makes, Kraft makes some barbecue sauce. It isn't a huge name brand like that. So I don't really think about the name, but like I said, the sauce is good. I use it from time to time. I made sure to hit that aisle today just to look at the name of it. It's funny, right, though? Most of us don't even think about what it is. Can you imagine going to a grocery store and you're going through the aisle, say you're an Asian person, and you're going through the aisle and you're like, oh my God, I can't buy that Kraft product. There's not an Asian on the cover. It's not an Asian-owned business. Say you're a Hispanic and you're like, oh, no, can't buy that product. It's too white sounding. I can only go buy the Tia Rosa. Was those tortillas, right? I can only go buy El Tapatio. I'm not going to buy Tabasco. And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I don't put Tabasco sauce on my food. So like I said, I'm probably saying that wrong. But can you imagine if you lived your life this way? That all you ever did was advocate for a single race, a single religion, like I said, ethnicity, sex, whatever you want to call it. Can you imagine how much animosity and hatred you must carry every day wherever you go? Say you're out somewhere and you're like this woman. And this is just my perception of how she is. You go out to, let's say she goes clothes shopping and she goes to the mall. I don't spend much time in a mall, so this is going to be rough, but she's going to Nordstrom and she doesn't see black-owned businesses being represented on the labels. She gets so much hatred in her body. Oh, they owe us. You owe us. You have to take the 15% pledge. We have to close the racial gap, create new jobs, strengthen the black community. Can you imagine what kind of life that is? You can live that life, sure. Or you could be like me and you just kind of go around, hey, I buy what looks good, I buy what I like, I buy what tastes good. I'm just living life. I'm enjoying it, baby. I love it. two choices in life we have, right? Let's look at these comments real quick. And this is AOL. AOL has a huge swing in how the comments are. Sometimes some stories will be obvious where it's liberals there, and sometimes it'll be obvious where there's conservatives there. I can always tell based on the article, but somebody says here, want respect, earn it. We'll just go through a few of these. Mike says, do they realize that it's racist to assume a black-owned business can't make it on its own? Affirmative action operates on the same principle. Somebody says here, they're no longer going to support black business. There'll be people that won't, and there'll be people that will. It's all a money grab, it's all a grift. Someone says here, don't burn down and loot businesses. Oh, I like this. They were looting to make shelf space for their products. Brilliant. Extortion. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. If white people had a TV channel called White Entertainment, holy crap. Wet, W-E-T, White Entertainment Channel, wet. How many whites get nominated for a BET award? Slackers and career layabouts. If I ask for 15% more, so to go to black only support of the store. You know what? That's a great comment there, though, about the black-owned section segregation. Anyway, what do you think about this? Are you like me? Do you just not give a rat's when you go to the grocery store? Do you just buy what's good? Or when you go clothes shopping, do you just buy what you like? Do you go out there and see like, oh, if I'm a white person, hopefully this is made by a white person. Hopefully this is made, by Hispanic if you're a Latino. Isn't everything made by China anyway? So am I wrong? Are you with me? Are you with this chick? Am I totally just tripping here? I don't know. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. And hopefully you all are doing well, and hopefully you're mentally stable, unlike some individuals. Take it easy, everyone.